Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the 2012 Cleveland Browns rebuild and changing their history. That is right, and it's getting pretty dark and gloomy here in Cleveland. I know a lot of Cleveland fans know the feeling, but this is a different Cleveland team. And it's a different type of dark and gloomy because we are on pace to become the 90s Buffalo Bills. And I don't say that lightly. The past 3 episodes, we have participated in the Super Bowl, and we have not come away with a victory in any of them. We are 0 for 3 in 3 straight tries. Now, last episode could have went differently, but I accidentally clicked simulate instead of jump into the game, so it just simulated the game and we lost it in simulation. So that one maybe would have went differently if I would have jumped in, but maybe it wouldn't have. You never know. But we did lose it. So we are 0-3 in Super Bowls in this series, and they all just happen to be in a row. So if we make it to the Super Bowl here in this episode and we lose it, well, let's just say we are in rarefied air if that happens. But I don't want it to happen. We've already won our championships in the Giants rebuild. We've done that. That series is wrapping up. We're done with that. We've completed the rebuild there. We need to get at least 1 championship in this Cleveland Browns rebuild. Maybe this team's cursed. Maybe it's just impossible for the Cleveland Browns to actually have sustained success and actually get to the mountaintop. Maybe they can be just good enough to get to the mountaintop, but they can't actually get it. Maybe it's coded in EA's game to make it so Cleveland Browns can never win the Super Bowl. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. At this point, I'm trying to think of any other curses or weird voodoo that can bail me out instead of me just being bad. That's where I'm boiled down to at this point. So, without further ado, it's time to play this season out and see if we can make it back, hopefully, to our 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. And this time, please, please, baby Jesus, actually win it. This is what the squad looks like, even though we are a little bit depressed after losing our 3rd straight Super Bowl appearance. We have our franchise quarterback, Johnny Manziel, Money Manziel. He's unbelievably talented. So good. So happy that he's our franchise guy. I wouldn't want any other quarterback. I mean, we're in a good spot. This team doesn't really need much except for possibly a right guard. That's really the only thing we could use to replace. We just drafted Tristan Wirfs in the last episode. Our franchise right tackle. We don't have to worry about our offensive line pretty much at all at this point. We are pretty much good to go there because we have Ramczyk, we have Scherf, we have Frederick. We just need a little bit of help on the right guard spot, but I mean, Taylor Moton is a fine player. Travis Kelce and Albert O are the tight ends. We have great receivers with A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf coming off of their rookie seasons. I'm expecting them to skyrocket through the ratings and compete with Stephon Diggs for the number 1 spot. We obviously have Derek Jones. Who? We have Aaron Jones and Derrick Henry. I just combined their names. So I'm liking what the offense is looking like. And then obviously the defense is something special. I mean, we have 3 X Factors on the defensive line with Bryce Huff, Tyler Tart, and Yannick Ngakoue on the backups. So that's even quality on the defensive line and the backup spots. And then the linebackers, we have TJ Watt, Fred Warner, Reuben Foster, and Kevin Fear-Lewis. If we didn't have these 2, I don't know where we'd be. These 2 guys have been unbelievably good. We just drafted Cam Curl to replace TJ Ward last episode. So he's going to start right away as a rookie. We've got Budda Baker. We've got unbelievable corners and unbelievable depth at corner. We've got Jalen Ramsey, we got Joe Hayden, we got Bouye, we got Desmond King, we got Quandre Diggs. I mean, it's talent all across the board. It's unbelievably good. So there's no reason that we shouldn't be back in our 4th straight Super Bowl, and there's really no reason we shouldn't win a 4th straight Super Bowl, if we're being totally honest. The draft class, though, I think we are on 2022? Are we on 2022 now? Let me do 2021 again. Was that Tristan Wirfs? Is this class? No, we're on 2023, it looks like. Hold on. What class did we just do? Let me do 2022. That is this right tackle? Evan Neal. Okay, what class was Tristan Wirfs? Because that's the class that we're in. So, or the next one after that. What's 2020? Was 2020 Tristan Wirfs? Did we just do the 2020 draft class? No? Oh, maybe he's a left tackle. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Okay, so 2020 is Tristan Wirfs. So we're in 2021 now. I'm sorry, I apologize. I haven't recorded this in a while, so I forgot where we're at. 2021 NFL draft class. Here we go. So I was right the first time, but I thought that he was in the 2021 class instead of 2020. Okay, so obviously we know what this class is all about. It's got some good quarterbacks in it. It's got some obviously great receivers in it. Let's see. We're not going to need a quarterback, but if we can maybe grab... actually, some of the player portraits look to be a little bit glitched. Davis Mills does not look like that, that's for sure. Is that Noshawn Moreno? I don't know who that is. But we're probably not going to be able to get any of these quarterbacks. I would love to have a quarterback like this as my backup, but probably not. Running back, we're pretty solid. That is not Trey Sermon. I don't know who that is. That's not Trey Sermon. That's Rex. Is that Rex? No, that's not Rex Burkhead. I don't know who that is. That's not Ramondre Stevenson. Looks like this one has a little bit of messed up player portraits, but that's okay. That's all right. We're not going to be getting any running backs either. I think we're pretty good with who we have. I will put like Najee, Etienne, and Williams on the board just to keep an eye on them, but we're not going to draft them probably. And obviously, I'm going to put these guys on the board. I mean, if we could come away with one of these three, unbelievably good. I don't think we will, but it's always up for a possibility. I'll put Elijah Moore and Rondell Moore on there, and then we might put somebody else. Amon-Ra for sure. 3rd to 4th round, get Amon-Ra St. Brown. That'd be amazing value. Absolutely amazing value. I'm not going to go super in depth with this draft class because at this point you should know who's in this draft class. It just happened a couple years ago, so it's not that crazy. I'll put Kyle Pitts on there. I'll put Freiermuth on there, and I'll even put Tommy Tremble on there. We're probably not going to come away with Pitts, but if we could, that'd be awesome. Tackles, we don't really need one, but I'll put Darrisaw, I'll put Jackson Carman on there. Just keep an eye on him. Let's see. Left guards, Landon Dickerson could be an option. Tevin Jenkins, maybe. I don't really know. Dylan Radon, I'm not really feeling any of the guards. Center, definitely a guy like Creed Humphrey could be an option. Definitely. And then right guard, maybe Vera Tucker, maybe Mayfield. I'll put Wyatt Davis on there. Maybe Quinn Miners. Definitely Trey Smith is an option. Trey Smith might be our guy to replace Taylor Moton. We've been looking for that for a couple years now. That might be our guy. And then right tackle, obviously I'll put Penei Sewell on there, but probably not going to be in the spot to get him. Sam Cosmi, maybe. Probably not, though. I mean, we just got Tristan Wirfs, so we don't really need a tackle. And then defensive line, obviously Greg Rousseau, Christian Barmore, Boogie Basham even. Who else? Probably nobody else here. Right ends. They didn't even get Micah Parsons' face scan, or Micah Parsons' player portrait. That's a little upsetting. We'll put him on there, though, because he's Micah Parsons. And then, maybe Shaka Toney. I don't know. Defensive tackles, we'll put... Out of all the player portraits, you put Aaron Hernandez for Levi Onwuzurike, excuse me. Oh, why? Out of all the player portraits in all of the games, you had to put Aaron Hernandez. Oh, that's a killer portrait right there. That is a killer portrait. Oh, God. Good stuff. But I'll put these guys on here. They're good players. And then outside linebackers, Aziz. And that's probably going to be it. I mean, we have TJ Watt, so we're not really in need of an outside linebacker. Middle linebacker, Nick Bolton. That's probably it, actually. I'm not really seeing anybody else that I like. Maybe Xavier Collins, maybe. Right outside, we'll put Jalen Phillips. We'll put Jamin Davis, Joe Tryon-Shawinka, JOK. Man, they really couldn't get any of the right outside linebacker portraits, could they? And then the corners, obviously got to put PS2 on there. Caleb Farley's even a solid one. Greg Newsome. It never hurts to add to your cornerback depth, especially when we have some good depth. Never hurts. I feel like this wasn't that messed up before. I might have to re-download this class for next time. Next time we do a 2021 portion, I might have to re-download it because I don't feel like this is right. I feel like the portraits are a little bit screwed up, but that's okay. Maybe I just got to re-download it or something. But it doesn't matter. We're not going to be going Javon Holland. We're not going to be going too far after this, so it's not. They're not going to matter that much. Let's see. Anybody else? Maybe Caden Stearns is a day 3 guy. Probably not, though. I'll put Pinnock in there. DeMar Hamlin. I'd be dying to get DeMar Hamlin. Richie Grant. Trayvon Morig. Talanoa Hufanga for sure. Nice backup to, what's his face? Cam Curl. I had to think of his name for a second. And then we'll look at McPherson. But I doubt we take a kicker. And we'll look at both the punters, because why not? So that's what our board's looking like. That is what our board is looking like for this draft. We'll see when we get to week 11 what kind of points I put on whoever. We'll see. But I am going to simulate to the week 8 mark, and I will catch you guys when I've arrived. We've made it to the week 8 mark, and we're 7-0. Absolute, utter domination from the boys, which is what I kind of expected. This team is really good. That's what you want to see from a team that's really, really good, is to be 7-0. Not too much of a shocker. Players that are ready for negotiations: Jalen Ramsey, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones. So some of those guys from the earlier draft classes are up for new contracts. It looks like the 2016 NFL draft class is ready for their new contracts, and I'm not ready to pay them. We have to pay a lot of people a lot of money, and you know what that means. It's time for free money with the juice. Let's go free up some free money. But first, we can do the national focus here. So we have interior offensive linemen and offensive tackles as our focus. I think the course of action is to do probably interior offensive line, like right guards, because we have the most right guards available, and I'm really curious about Trey Smith. So I think right guard is going to be the option for us, and we're not going to have that high of a draft pick anyway, so it's not like we're going to be able to get Kyle Pitts or Jamar Chase or anything like that. So I think we're focus scouting is going to be offensive guards, interior offensive linemen. That's what we're going to set it for. I know it's a weakness of the class, but I don't freaking care. Okay? So let's go to do some free money. Team salaries. Who needs a new contract? Let's start with Money Manziel. Show me some of that restructuring. There we go. Free money right there. We'll go to Mr. Aaron Donald next up, and we'll get a little bit of that free money as well on him. Beautiful. It's like clockwork, baby. It's like clockwork. Jadeveon Clowney gets a new contract. Restructure it. Expertly done. And then we go to Stephon Diggs. He gets a restructure. I'm like Oprah out here. You get a restructured deal. You get a restructured deal. Everybody gets a restructured deal. It happens once a year. We restructure everybody's contracts so that we can re-sign everybody and keep the team a Super Bowl contender for a long, long time. Can I do Kelsey? I don't think I'm going to be able to, but we'll try it. And we can. All right. Travis Swift is now restructured. And we will go to Bouye. And he can't. Okay, very interesting. Can't do him. Can we do Buchanan? Yes, we can. I'm going to try one more guy, and we'll see where how much money we've freed up at that point. So let's go to Ngakoue, and we will free up his money. Now let's go see in the negotiations how much money we have left to work with, or we need to keep doing. So negotiations, $85 million. Easy work, free money. I'm Santa Claus, basically. I'm making things appear out of nowhere. We're going to lock up Jalen Ramsey for 7 seasons because I'm a psychopath, and boom. And that, crucially, will be used next couple episodes for more free money. See, this is how it works. It's just a never-ending cycle of restructuring contracts to keep the team the same team. This is what you do. You get the good players at the beginning, and then you keep them around by restructuring the deals. I'm not crazy, you are. I'm not crazy if it works. We are going to re-sign Derrick Henry to a 6-year deal. I know it's a running back, and you shouldn't sign him to a long extension, but it's Madden. It doesn't freaking care, or it doesn't freaking matter, and I don't freaking care. You know what I mean. English is hard. Aaron Jones, we're not going to sign him to as long of a deal as Derrick Henry, but we're still going to lock him up for a good amount of time, and we're going to pay him a good amount of money as well because I'm crazy on the crazy train. Buda Baker's coming back because why the F not? I mean, we got all this money, might as well pay people. Buda Baker's back. 17 million, and we need to get a couple extra people back. So we need to get Chris Godwin. 3-year deal. I might be able to offer him that, and he says that's good. Desmond King, we should be able to get back pretty cheap if we just do that and that. Boom. Desmond King is back. The rest of these guys shouldn't be too hard to get. I'll be able to get Judon pretty simply. Probably if we offer him that. He signs. So we have 4.8. I'll offer JT because we need a backup quarterback. And I like JT. Wow, he said no? Really, JT? He said no to that? All right, whatever. Who else can we offer? $3 million. We'll probably have to restructure some more deals. I don't know what we're going to do with Joe Hayden. That's a big question. What do we do with Mr. Joe Hayden? It's not like we can trade him. So I think we just have to kind of ride it out and have him retire as a Brown instead of what he did in real life, which is go to Pittsburgh for some strange reason. But let's get a few more guys restructured here so that we can sign those rest of those players. I told you, English is hard. English is very, very hard. Travis Frederick. Restructure his deal. I love his player model. So we got that done, and then we go and get Conklin. Once we get Conklin, we should be good. That should be enough money to get everybody else back, because they weren't super expensive. They were in like the high teens, I guess, or middle teens. So the negotiations, $45 million, that'll be enough. So Joe Hayden, we'll give him a 4-year deal. He'll retire as a Brown, and we'll see what happens. He's still playing pretty well. He's an 87 overall. Boom, Joe Hayden's back. Taylor Moton will bring back, even though we're hoping to replace him. Maybe we can get him on a cheaper deal than most. He's coming back. Kendrick Bourne will re-sign because we need wide receivers. So hopefully he accepts that, and he does. 16 million, and I'm gonna... Oh, I can't offer him again. I'll offer Dan Carpenter, but I don't know if we're gonna need him if we draft Evan McPherson, but whatever. Okay, so perfect. We got everybody that we needed to get back re-signed because of the infinite money glitch. And we continue to move on. How are we going to do the rest of the season? Are we going to go undefeated? That would be unbelievable if we went undefeated. It rarely ever happens. It's happened to me a couple of times in simulations and videos, but it rarely ever happens. That is for sure. Madden Sim Engine is a fickle beast. That is for sure. But hey, we are 9-0 headed into week 11. And we will finish week 11 10-0. There's a good chance we go undefeated here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's 99%, I'd say. There's always that 1%. But now it's time for week 11. Let's do a little bit of this. What do we got here? We got ourselves our favorites board. We're going to be in position for... I definitely want to do Amon-Ra St. Brown, that's for sure. Who else do I want to do? Probably Creed Humphrey's a top 5 talent. That would be awesome to get, but we're not going to be... oh, we could actually... He's around 2 to 3. We could grab Creed Humphrey. I wouldn't hate that. And I'm going to do one final thing on Trey Smith to learn if he is a true top 5 or maybe. I don't know what he is. We're going to find out. And then I'll put it on Micah Parsons because why not? Maybe we're in position to get Micah Parsons. Probably not, but maybe we are. Maybe we are. Are we going to go undefeated this year? I doubt it. And we don't. We lose to the Jets, of course. Of all teams, of all the teams, we lose to the New York Jets. Unbelievable. I can't even fathom the fact that we lost to the Jets right there. All right, we got a breakout quarterback scenario, even though our quarterback is a X factor. So it's just for XP, I guess. But I'll take it. Any extra XP is always accepted and always wanted. I doubt he gets it, though. They rarely ever do it. Especially for X Factor. They rarely ever do it. So we'll see. Play the Dolphins. If we lose, it's almost a guarantee we didn't get it. And we did. So it's basically a guarantee we didn't get it. We lost the Dolphins, who weren't that good, but that's pretty tough. That's a tough loss to Miami. I guess we've taken our foot off the gas a little bit here towards the end of the season. Not what you want to see. Luckily, we've pretty much locked up the division. The division sucked this year. So that's not too much of a worry. We beat the Patriots. That's a good bounce back game. We only have 2 losses. We're sitting pretty good. Are we the best team in the league? We are. We've already clinched the division. Not a surprise there. We are 2 games up on the Colts and Chiefs. So we just got to hold this lead, keep winning games, and then get the bye. It's pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Let's see if it happens. We beat the Bengals. Another big division game. Now we play the Broncos. Can we win? Can we win? No, we lose 21-7. All right, this is getting a little crazy. Johnny Manziel's now a 98 overall, true. We play the Ravens, who are 5-11, last in the division, and if we win this game, we will win the division or the conference. If we lose, the Chiefs have a chance to take it if they win. So this is a massive game. This is a mahoosive game, you could say. Come on, boys. Get it done. 14-win season. And we did it. 28-17. Beat the Ravens. Clinched the division a long time ago. Clinched the 1 seed. And now we take on the team that we just beat earlier in the season. The Patriots. My favorite team. Interesting. They're 8-9. They barely squeaked in. All right, let's take a look at these stataroonies. 4,600 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions for Johnny Football with 71% completion percentage. He's the franchise quarterback. What else do you want to see from him? That's a fantastic year. 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns from Derrick Henry. Manziel also scored 8 touchdowns on the ground. And then 2 1,000-yard receivers, 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns for Diggs, 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns for Kelsey. Almost 1,000 yards for Metcalf, 900 yards, 3 touchdowns. A.J. Brown had a decent season. Defensively, Reuben Foster led the team in tackles, no surprise there. Kevin Pierre-Louis had 100 tackles as well. Cam Curl had a really good rookie year in terms of tackles. Aaron Donald had 17 sacks, 80 tackles, 18 for loss. He led the team. 16 for loss for Clowney, 14 for Garrett, and Tart. Tart is a rookie, had 14 for loss, 48 tackles, and 6.5 sacks. That's a really good rookie season. He's not going to win Rookie of the Year. That's a really good rookie season. Donald led the team with 17 sacks, 11.5 for Clowney, 6.5 for Tart, 4.5 for Garrett. I want to see Myles Garrett actually get a bunch of sacks, but I guess this is a defensive tackle-focused defense. I don't know. And then picks, Bouye, Hayden, and Ramsey had 2, and then Pierre-Louis and Budda Baker each had 1. So those are the stats. We're taking on the 7-seeded Patriots. I'm assuming the 7-seeded Patriots, and they are. It's Colts and Broncos, Seahawks, Niners, Giants, Panthers. Let's go pretty much wipe the floor with the Patriots, even though I hate to say that, and make it to the AFC title game. Should be an easy one. I mean, we beat them in the regular season. Why wouldn't we beat them in the playoffs? At home, I don't know. And we beat them 21-14. A little closer than I would have liked, but it is a win nonetheless. And now we take on the Colts, who I think were the 2 seed. They were battling with us and the Chiefs for the number 1 spot. I'm pretty sure. They ended up getting the 3 seed. They beat the Broncos by 3. So now it's us versus the Colts and the Seahawks versus the Panthers. So 1 versus 3 on both sides of the bracket. This one's going to be a little bit more of a contest, but I think we should come out on top. It's going to be a tough game, but I feel like it should go to us. I mean, we're at home in the elements. 32-17. How is the Patriots game closer than this game? We only scored won by a touchdown in the divisional round, and yet we 32-17 destroy the Colts, and now we take on the big bad, the Sith, Darth Vader, the Death Star, Seattle Seahawks, 14-3, just as good as us. It's a 1 versus 1. This is how you want it to be. The 2 best teams, clearly the 2 best teams in football this season, meet in the Super Bowl. Our 4th straight appearance. Please, baby Jesus, in all your baby glory, let us win this game. I beggeth you. Let's go find out if my dreams become a reality. We have arrived at our 4th straight Super Bowl, but it's no easy task. We take on the 14-win Seattle Seahawks, the big bad, the Legion of Boom, and they are a high-powered offense and a high-powered defense. 24-17. Come on, boys. We got this. We got this. We don't got this. It's 31-17 in the 4th quarter. We can't do anything. Are we going to lose our 4th straight Super Bowl? Is this how it's going to happen? It is 38-17. I don't think there's a chance. We just choke in the big moments. I don't know what it is about this team. I'm telling you, it's something in this game's coding. They won't let Browns teams win the Super Bowl because we've got clearly the better teams here. And yet we just simply cannot win the Super Bowl. We go all the way. We have great regular seasons. And yet we can't win the big one. I don't understand it. I know that we're playing the Seahawks and they're really, really good. I understand all of that. But I mean, it's the 4th time. What do I have to freaking do? What do I have to do to win a Super Bowl here? I'm trying everything. I've got the best team you can possibly have. I got the best team money can buy, literally. And I threw a pick in the end zone because I don't know. We weren't gonna win if I scored anyway, so it's not like it matters. Oh, we are gonna lose our 4th straight Super Bowl. And it wasn't even particularly close. 38-17. Seahawks were in control the entire game. And we will fall for the 4th straight year. Oh my God. What do we have to do? What do I have to do? Except for to buy the Lombardi Trophy. That's the only thing I can think of for us to get it in our possession. A 4th straight loss. We are now the 90s Bills. We have officially tied their record for 4 straight Super Bowl losses. Russell Wilson gets MVP of the league, or of the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow is the MVP of the league for the Giants. Allen Robinson and Ryan Kerrigan are the offensive defensive players of the year, and Gabe Davis and Patrick Queen are the rookies of the year. Oh, this is just embarrassing. We lose in 2017 to the Falcons. Should have won that one. We lose in 2018 to the Rams, or to the Panthers. Could have won that one, probably not. And then I simulated that one on accident last episode. We lose to the Eagles. And then this year, just got beat by the Seahawks, man. We can't beat bird teams. We lose to one mammal, and then we lose to three bird teams. What is happening here? Luckily, we can't lose to the Ravens because they're in our division. That's upsetting, man. That's tough. I don't know what to do. I've done everything. We've been to 4 straight Super Bowls. How unlucky can one guy be? I don't even really know what to do in the offseason. I mean, we can't do anything in free agency, so it's not like I have to do much. But what else is there to do? We just bring everybody back and try again for 5 in a row, I guess. Tristan Wirfs is a superstar. Nobody on offense goes up a development trait that I notice. No, I don't think so. And then on defense, Curl's a star. Everybody else is the same. Bryce Huff and Tyre Tart are both stars. Yeah, I don't think anybody went up a development trait. Everybody's the same that they were. We just gotta go to the draft, I guess. We can't re-sign anybody because we've ran out of everybody's contract recycled, or renewed for the new year. So basically, we just have the draft left to go. Oh, why? Oh, why? Let's just pop into free agency, see who's available. A bunch of offensive linemen like it usually is. I probably wouldn't have been too interested anyway, so I guess it's a good thing we don't have any money. What do I have to do to get a freaking W in the Super Bowl, man? I went 14-3. Cruise through the playoffs, and yet we fall. I mean, I know we played the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are like this almighty beast of a team in simulation that always do really well in these rebuilds and in these eras of the mods and stuff, but I mean, come on. We've had 4 shots at it. We couldn't get one. We couldn't get a single one. Not even against the Falcons or the Eagles or the Panther. Like, come on, man. It's getting a little crazy at this point. I'm getting more. It's becoming laughable at this point, but it's also becoming. It's threading the needle between it's funny and it's a little sad, and I'm gonna cry. That's the kind of point that I'm at right now. I don't even know who to put these points on because we're obviously gonna have the 31st pick in the draft, so we're not gonna get anybody that great in the first round. I'll put something on Landon Dickerson just in case. We know that Trey Smith is around 1 talent. I'll put something on. I'll put something on Nick Bolton because we could come away with him, and then I'll put something on PS2, I guess. All right, so I do want to take a look at that final mock draft though, see who they have projected to go to me. Jamar Chase, number 1 overall pick. Trevor Lawrence, number 2. Please don't let him go to the Ravens. Oh, that's just the worst. Okay, so who do they have going everywhere? PS2 to the Jets. They have us drafting Creed Humphrey. We're not going to do that, but that's interesting. Javon Holland would be cool. We'd have to trade up 1 spot, which I think we could do. That could be a nice Buda Baker replacement. All we'd have to do is trade up with the Colts 1 spot. That shouldn't be too difficult, especially with our staff points in that, making it easier to trade up. Let me just take a little look. Call up Jim Irsay and the Colts. So we have a good amount of picks. Picks? We don't have our first round pick in 2022. I don't know what I did with it, but we don't have it. So let's call up the Colts. I might have traded it for something else. And let's ask them to trade up. Boom. So now we can get Javon Holland, which is nice. And that can be the Buda Baker replacement in the future. And Buda, I mean, Buda's a good player. But he's 25 and kind of expensive, so. But we signed him to that expensive deal. It is what it is. We trade up to get him. To get Javon Holland. Only 1 spot. It's not that big of a deal. Jamar Chase to the Vikings. It is. Please, Ravens, don't draft Trevor Lawrence. They did. Ah, we got Trevor Lawrence in the division. That's not good. That's not good. Kyle Pitts to the Chargers at 3. The Raiders take Jalen Waddle. Bears take Jalen Phillips. Very interesting. Penei Sewell to Washington. Trey Lance to the Steelers. Micah Parsons to the Bucks. J.C. Horn to the Jags. Devonta Smith to the Rams. I didn't mean to click that. Zach Wilson's still on the board. Who's going to get him? I don't know. Elijah Vera Tucker, Cowboys. Kwity Paye to the Falcons. Alex Leatherwood to the Eagles. PS2 to the Jets. Najee Harris to the Dolphins. Zaven Collins, Texans. Bengals get Travis Etienne. Peyton Turner to the Saints. Darisaw to the Cardinals. Justin Fields to the Packers. Okay, very interesting. Tyson Campbell to the Titans. Landon Dickerson to the Bills. He was projected around 1 to 2, and he goes top 25. Okay. Greg Newsome to the Chiefs. Patriots get Javonte Williams. Interesting. Niners take Kadarius Toney. Good luck with that. Greg Rousseau to the Broncos. Giants take Rashawn Slater. Panthers get Richie Grant. This is where Javon Holland was projected. And Mac Jones and Zach Wilson are both still on the board. This is probably where we grab ourselves Jalen Waddle. Or not Jalen Waddle. What's his face? Javon Holland. I forgot his name for a second. But unfortunately, Creed Humphrey's not going to make it to pick 31 of the second round. So we probably will have to trade up into the second round to get Creed Humphrey. But we're going to take Javon Holland here. Big pickup. Grab ourselves a stud free safety to back up Buda Baker. Welcome in Javon Holland. Who is that? Is that oh, I can picture him. Is he a Packer? He played for the Packers, right? Oh, I can't think of his name right now. That's upsetting. Eric Stokes goes. Josh Myers. Yeah, see, Creed Humphrey's going to go at any moment now. Let me take a look. Where is he projected on the board? It'd be hilarious if we ended up with one of these two guys. Creed Humphrey. He is projected pretty far down. All right, 18. But that doesn't mean he can't go. Somebody could definitely reach down for him, but we'll see. We'll go a little bit into the second round. Hopefully we won't go too far. Mac Jones to the Raiders. Adafe Owe. Rondale Moore. Asante Samuel. Creed Humphrey to the Bucks. I was going to say after the Bucks pick, we should probably try to trade up, but looks like I was one pick too late. Zach Wilson did get picked as well. Creed Humphrey's been drafted. We'll wait on Amon-Ra for the third round, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait on Amon-Ra. We might have to take him now. No, this has got to be the Nick Bolton draft, or the Nick Bolton pickup. Let's grab Nick Bolton here. Big pickup. Big pickup. That's a huge one. And now we have to hopefully have Amon-Ra make it to the third round. I don't know if he will, though. Where is he projected in the board? Is he higher up? He's pretty far down. Okay, there's actually a shot that he makes it to pick 31 because he's still got a ton of receivers ahead of him. So if teams want receivers, they can grab any of those guys ahead of him. So there's a good shot he makes it to pick 31 here in the third round. Although it doesn't mean the team can't reach all the way down for him. That's happened before. Jackson Carman, Dylan Raduns, Josh Palmer. As long as we don't see a big run of receivers go, two of them have gone. Tommy Tremble, Wyatt Davis, Amari Rogers, Spencer Brown, Tavis Mills, Michael Carter. All right, we're getting into some dangerous territory. There's still okay, we're still pretty comfortable with receivers ahead of Amon-Ra. Kendrick Green, Hainsey, Trey McKitty, Monty Rice, Baron Brownie would have been cool, but we didn't need him. Golston. The Carolina Panthers have taken Amon-Ra St. Brown. 2 picks ahead of us. Wow. I honestly didn't think they were going to do that. I guess we'll take Hufanga. I honestly did not think they were going to do that. I thought we'd be in the clear. There's so many receivers ahead of them. They must have saw what they like. I mean, Tutu, Schwartz, Diami Brown, Nico Collins, and Des Fitzpatrick were all ahead of Amon-Ra St. Brown. They passed on all of them, which is understandable. All these guys are not as good as Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I was hoping they didn't know that. Oh, that's brutal. All right, 4th round pick. Nate Hobbs just got taken. 4th round pick. Who do we grab here? Who do we grab? I honestly have no idea. Maybe Jabril Cox? It's not looking promising. I mean, we could take Evan McPherson here in the 4th round. You know what? Why not? Take Evan McPherson. Why the F not? Might as well, right? 4th round pick for a kicker? Who cares? 6th round, we can hopefully grab Trey Smith. He should be there. He's not there. Who takes an undrafted player? Oh, I can't believe this. The 2 guys that I thought we'd be almost guaranteed to get, we end up not getting. And now we have another season where I didn't fix my right guard spot. Oh my God, I can't ever catch a break, dude. I can't catch a break. I don't know what it is. I mean, we got some talented players, obviously. But I can't freaking catch a freaking break. I don't understand it. I can't win the Super Bowl. I can't draft the guys I want to draft. Cut me some slack, Madden. Come on. I know we have a hate-hate relationship, but chill out a little bit here. Give me some sort of credit, man. All right, so head into the next season, next episode. The offense is the same, and it's still very good. On defense, they actually put Nick Bolton ahead of Fred Warner because he just has a higher overall. All right, whatever. We got Holland backing up Buda Baker. We got Hufanga backing up Cam Curl. We got a great defensive line. We got great corners. I mean, this team hasn't changed. It's the same team, and it should be a Super Bowl contender. We should be 4-time Super Bowl champions, if we're being totally honest. We should have 4 titles, but we don't have any titles because I hate this game. This game hates me, and I'm done. If you enjoyed the episode, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.